kind of new for us. This is our first AI demonstration, I guess you would say, for the chamber. So I hope that you guys enjoy what they have in store. And feel free to hang out afterwards and mingle. This will also be a live demonstration. So if you have your laptops and you want to kind of play along as well, that can work. And I'm Sabrina Campbell Allen. I'm the Executive Director for the West Orange Chamber of Commerce. And Dr. Ron here is our President for the West Orange Chamber of Commerce. And I'm going to hand it over to Arnie.
Okay, our speaker today, thank you for being here today. Our speaker is John Mitrano and his team. John is the founder and president of Techdesigno, a digital design studio. Together, he and his web media team help business owners learn how to best promote their business online, create or upgrade their own website so they can enhance their online presence. John has a BA Advertising Design and Communication Arts from the College of New Jersey and a master's in Computer Graphics and Corporate Communications from the New York Institute of Technology. Today, John's topic will be how to use AI to build your website and find out how AI may impact your business. You'll see John and his web media team do a live demonstration showing how AI can be used to build a website, focusing on the best possible content, efficiency and cost effectiveness, and ensuring your competitive advantage. So it is my pleasure to introduce John Mitrano and his team.
Thank you, Wayne. Welcome, everyone, to using AI to build your website. But not only that, we want to talk about how AI might or may impact your business. According to industry pundits, every sort of business that exists today is going to have tremendous impact with AI, if you haven't already been watching the news. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce the Techdesigno team. We have Andrew behind me here. He's our senior web designer, developer, and he also is an online marketer. He does SEO, SEM, social media marketing, and content creation. Then we have Safa over here. Safa is a software programmer and also an online marketer. She does SEO and content creation. And she knows programming languages such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Also, she knows C++ and Python. And I'm not talking about the reptile variation. She knows quite a few programming languages. And we have Sangwan over here. She's an online marketer as well. But more importantly, she is our R&D department. What does that mean? She plays in a sandbox pretty much every day. What we call the virtual sandbox. What is a virtual sandbox? It's a place where someone can explore, experiment with software. She has discovered much of the AI tools that we're using today. There's literally thousands of AI software tools that exist today. Almost every piece of software that you use right now, like Microsoft Office, Adobe, suite of applications like Photoshop, have infused AI into their traditional software packages. So it's really pervasive where AI is going. And we're going to show you an example of why you want to incorporate AI in your business by showing you doing an exercise on how to build a web page using AI. All right, so the first thing is, I just want to go over a little bit about the history of developing a web page. Traditionally, back in the old days, when I started doing web paging, we would hand code, meaning hand write every line of code to build a web page. And that's number one, manually programming and hand coding. Number two, later on came GUI type applications. GUI stands for Graphic User Interface, like Adobe's Dreamweaver program. And then you got the UX front-end interface that would be in front of the HTML so you can have interactivity. The third phase came along was CMS websites, which stands for Content Management System. These are software programs that are all-inclusive that sit in the cloud, like Joomla, WordPress, and Wix. Some of you know of Wix, for example, where you can build a website in the cloud, and it makes it easy for you to build. The new generation of web development is utilizing AI. You can actually have a program like ChatGPT write you code. Now let's take a look at, Saf is going to show you how much code is in a typical website. Like here's Techdesigno's website, our company's website. If we look, this is the front end of it, of course, right, what the user sees when they visit the website. But if we go to the back end of this website, this is all the code that makes up just the home page of the website. There's 1,098 lines of code. Now, would you like to sit down and write all this code by hand? No? Well, nobody really would like to, because now, this is the way we used to do it, but now you can have this generated using AI. And Saf is going to show you that in a moment. So, Saf, go ahead and let's basically, what we want to do is let's put AI to the test and show how AI could be used to generate code.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Safa, and today I'm going to show you how AI, specifically ChatGPT, can create a fully functional website in just a few minutes. But before that, I want to touch base on some points on how AI can help businesses with web development. So, number one, you don't need to have a lot of technical knowledge. Yes, for customization here and there, you do need some technical knowledge, but somebody that is not from the field of technology can still use ChatGPT and AI to create a website. The code is efficient and customizable. A lot of times when humans write code, there's so many bugs in there. You have to have a tester that's going to test all the code and then finally launch it. But with AI, it's efficient and it's customizable. And you need to have a bit of technical knowledge, but you can still do it without it. It saves a lot of time and money. So if your company is using AI technologies, that's saving you a lot of money, because now instead of doing manual labor, your company is using AI technologies, which is saving you money, because now your product that you want is going to be not that pricey. And then it can create pages like landing pages, e-commerce pages, portfolios, business websites, all types of websites. So let's get started now. First, I'm going to go to ChatGPT here. So this is ChatGPT, if you guys haven't seen this already. The main thing for ChatGPT is prompt generation. So if you know, right here, to save time, I already have a prompt generated. John, do you mind reading?
Yeah, so Safa already crafted a really nice prompt. You know, there's what's called prompt engineers. The starting salary is $180,000 for prompt engineers. To create the correct kind of prompt is very critically important. So Safa has created this prompt to create the first line of code, which is the HTML code. So it reads, generate a simple HTML and CSS website for a small food catering business. The site should have a full home page with a welcoming banner. It should have an About Us section, a Services section, and additionally include navigation bar for home, about, and services pages. Make the design modern and responsive, meaning scalable, so it'll be mobile friendly as well. So now she's going to run the prompt.
You have some of those things in quotes. Is that needed
No.
to?
It's not needed, but we just have it just to make it, easier for ChatGPT to understand that there's the different sections.
Gotcha.
So the code is being generated, as you can see.
It's just amazing.
And you said in a few minutes. How long does it take to write this if you were doing it the old way?
Well, think about it. If you were sitting at a keyboard and you had...
Days, weeks, months?
Well, this would probably take hours, half a day to a day to write this, maybe. So now it's being done in 3 minutes, right? Or 60 seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
So we got the first set of code for the HTML portion of the website.
Yep, so I just copied the code. Now I'm going to go to the compiler called Visual Studio Code. I'm going to go in there and then I'm going to create a new file called index.html. Enter that in. Now I'm going to paste the code right here. So Control V, and then I'm going to save it. Okay? So I just saved. This is all of the code that you just saw. Now let's run it to see what it looks like on the live server right now. Here you go. So this is without the CSS styling so far. It's just the HTML right now. So there's no styling on it.
Yeah, so it's kind of boring as you can see, but it created a front-end rendered web page with the code that was generated by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And now Salva's going to show how to give it some style using cascading style she generated also by ChatGPT.
So for the styling, I have another prompt. So with ChatGPT, you can give it prompts and try to tell it exactly what you want. I copied the prompt. Now I'm going to cross this out and paste prompt number 2 in here. John, you want to read that?
Yeah, so this prompt for creating CSS, the styling part of the code, to style the page, is enhance the website styling using CSS, make the navigation bar visually appealing, add a hero image to the home page. I have saved it as hero.jpg, as a full background image, improve the typography, ensure the layout is mobile friendly with proper spacing and alignment. So we're asking it to be a little creative, right? Alignment, spacing, styling. So then we could run this now.
So this is the input into ChatGPT to set that up.
That was the prompt to tell ChatGPT to create the code specific to that prompt.
Yeah. So now it's editing the previous code and adding more information in it. These are all the styles you see here. If you see, there's a style tag right here. And these are all the styles. It's still editing it. Altering the previous code and adding new information in here.
So CSS was the reference to style.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you could set text to be bold, italicized, underlined, color it. You can color text to be red, black.
Okay, now I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to go back to my Visual Studio Code. And I'm going to go ahead, delete the old one, Control V, the new code, and then save it. Now I'm going to open with Live Server. There we go. Now
We got a better looking website because now we got some media on it, some images and stuff.
it's also responsive.
It's also responsive, and it's also got the navigation at the top. You can see the home, about us, and services page. So there you go. So you created a home page of a website in short order. So if you go to your web developer and you ask them to create a website, and it takes them 2 weeks to do,
He's lying.
fire them.
He's lying.
Or we can continue to improve on this, like Safa or anybody who's building this page can continue to add prompts and progressively further advance and improve the page. Of course, this is only one page. It's not really a website, it's a home page of a website. So there's no other pages, so they still have to be created as well. Okay.
Excuse me, sorry, where did the picture come from?
So I had already saved a photo in the folder called hero.jpg, just to save time.
Good question.
Yeah.
But we're going to show you that we also use AI to create images, right? Images and video, motion graphics, and animation. And that's where we're going to have Andrew show a demonstration.
Joe, quick question.
What you've done.
So you had AI write the code.
Yeah.
And then you took that code and where did you place it?
It's called,
It's in a file.
right here, it's called Visual Studio Code.
It's like
And that's still in the chat GPT?
No, so this is just where developers code. So they code here, they run the code, and the code that runs goes into the server and comes live on the screen. So you can see right here.
It's an actual file.
Okay.
It's called index.html, but it's sitting on her computer.
Gotcha.
Index.html.
Yeah.
How would you incorporate, as much as I don't like it, social media like the Facebook and Instagram
Oh, okay.
icons or?
As much as you don't like social media.
Well, it is what it is, but I'm saying, how do you add that?
That's a good point. That's a good question. So, to continue to progressively improve this web page, we could ask possibly ChatGPT to add social media links, or put them in manually. We could go there and put it in manually, but yeah, we could add more stuff to it. This is kind of like a basic web page. Sabrina?
Let's say you have like an existing website, like I use WordPress, is there a way to use this code to enhance my existing website?
Yeah, I mean, WordPress are, just templates. So to add further customization, if you know CSS and HTML and some JavaScript, you can add more customization to the templates that you have. So for example, if a template has something on this corner and the client doesn't want that, they want it on this corner, but the template doesn't offer that. So now with CSS, you can actually move that whole section to the right or the left, or change fonts that don't exist maybe on, on the template. So the universe is like, it's way, way, way bigger. Once you know HTML, CSS, you can do whatever you want using WordPress.
You can use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So you could just say, okay, I don't want this picture in the top right corner. I want it in the bottom left corner. Create, a CSS code for, my WordPress website, and it will create code.
Yes, it can. But you have to reference it right. So you have to give it a link and tell it that, I have this photo. The name of the photo is this. And then it's going to generate the code using that reference.
Yeah, so what Sam is saying is to integrate that new original code generated by ChatGPT might require some technical expertise.
Yeah.
So you integrate it correctly, because you can't have duplication of code. It might break the website.
Yeah.
But let's say you wanted an image carousel, you could probably ask ChatGPT to create an image carousel, and you get that group of lines of code, and you put it into the page, and it might automatically generate it without any additional work. So you could further enhance and embellish your website with extra functionality and interactivity using ChatGPT.
Yes, I don't know if I missed a step here, so I apologize. But so you put all this in, you get all the code.
Yeah.
Then, if you were to start this from scratch, where would you put this into? So like Sabrina was saying, I already have a WordPress. But
Yeah.
if you're starting from scratch, what platform can you just dump that into?
So, it depends on where you want your website to be. So you could code it, or you can use platforms like WordPress, Wix. To code it, you need to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which you can make ChatGPT do for you. This website right now, it doesn't have a database. Database stores stuff in it, and then it retrieves it, and then, sends it back into the server. So there's a lot more that goes into. You need to know SQL, which is a database language, to, have that, and then JavaScript to have functionality in it. This is just a user interface, So to get started, Visual Studio Code is what developers start off with. You generate the code using ChatGPT, paste it in there, and then make edits as you go to get exactly what you want. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, and so
Okay.
then you kind of build it in there, make sure that it's right before putting it on to another server.
No, so this is going to be your server.
This website you're building
Yeah.
here and put it into Wix, if you're going to have it hosted.
So they're completely, so website development has different sectors in it. There's WordPress, then there's manual coding, but we're not doing the manual coding, we're making ChatGPT do it, because it takes a lot of
Wix
time.
is a different, separate
Yeah.
platform.
Right.
You could enhance Wix with
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
exactly, yeah.
But if you have two different websites sourced by two different programs, they may not talk to each other.
Gotcha.
Right.
All right, so let's go on to the next slide.
Okay.
Andrew is going to, we wanted to put this slide up, and some of you more technical people might understand what this means. AI equals less time, right? Less time plus greater productivity. This is a formula that kind of speaks to AI. And why are we showing you this? Well, hemispheric asymmetry in cognitive processing is important to know the difference between what AI could do and what humans could do, right? And you want to focus on and be aware of that. So, if you're in a career track, you want to make sure that you're in a career track that's not going to be derailed by AI. You want a career track that has human components to it, which are the creative, emotional, intuition, arts, and creativity. AI is going to take over and do a better job than humans when it comes to logic, rationale, reasoning, pragmatic, right? There's no doubt about it. AI has already reached a point today where it's smarter than humans. Okay, so most of the AI that we've known historically is what's called narrow AI, like the Roomba robot vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
that's an AI product, but it only knows how to do one thing, right? General artificial intelligence is what's coming down the road in the future, which is going to be smarter and it be able to do more than one thing. Okay? With the invention of autonomous AI, we call autonomous AI humanoid robots, which already exist today. There's a company Paul mentioned in Boston called Boston Dynamics. They have a humanoid robot for about $180,000. But Tesla is coming out, Elon Musk is coming out with humanoid robots that are going to be as cheap as $30,000 or less. So that means if you're paying somebody an annual salary of $45,000 or more for half the price of an annual salary, you're going to be able to have a robot do that person's work. So there's going to be radical changes in the way business is conducted in the next 5 to 10 years. You're going to start seeing because they already exist today. And then you got super AI intelligence, and that's when it gets scary. That's when AI knows not only logic but possibly the human characteristics, which could render us humans useless. I can say. In fact, some visionaries in the AI field say that in the future, no one has to work. People will not have to work because robots will be doing all the work for us. So all your jobs will be abolished.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that they don't break down.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody has to maintain them.
Correct. So then you need a different skill set for maintenance. That's correct. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide. This is just a breakdown of the hemisphere of the human brain, where the left is the logical side of your brain primarily, and the right side is more human, the emotional, which is less likely to be done by computers, by AI. All right, then we want to show content creation. Oh, actually, one more slide before we do content creation. This is just to show you the history of the advancement of major industrial changes in our society, in the world. Some of you already know, of course, most of them, like the Industrial Revolution, the Computer Revolution, the Digital Revolution. But we have, we're now in Industrial Revolution 5.0, which is humanoid robots, AI, artificial intelligence, autonomous humanoid robots, which can act as full cognitive systems. That's the future. Okay, so let's look at the next slide. So Andrew's going to show you how we also create content using AI to generate images, videos, motion graphics, animations, and then put them into web pages that Safa might create. So this is an example. Andrew had a real-world project for one of our clients, which is the New York-style Jewish deli and restaurant in Livingston, New Jersey. And Andrew's going to explain what they asked him to do for this project.
Thank you, John. So this particular image that you see here, this is a still image that we generated using AI. Our client, Epicessin, wanted us to create a Passover campaign. A campaign for Passover that's coming up pretty soon. This actual campaign is supposed to come out this Saturday, scheduled for this Saturday. So he wanted us to depict Moses here alongside the Red Sea. So we used an AI tool to create this image. And Saf, if you would please go to the next slide, we could show you this is just a slice of all of the AI tools that exist today. So if you see in the upper right-hand corner, you see that's OpenAI ChatGPT. You can see OpenAI is right here as well. Midjourney, this is the image generation tool. This is actually one of the tools that we use in-house, Midjourney. Photoshop, you can see right there the PS logo. So this is just a slice of all the different AI tools that exist today. They have all-purpose text generation, marketing and sales, image generation, video generation. So one of the key things that Josh wanted us to do, the owner of Epicescent, he wanted us to take that still image that we generated and render the ocean moving in the background. And so, Safa really showcase, you can see what we were able to do using the video generation AI technology. And we were able to, so we have the wave crashing down the Red Sea behind Moses. And you can see we also customized it with his branding and his famous matzo ball soup. So it's great.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to kind of wrap this up now. I just want to finally discuss, why this is important to know about AI for your business, right? So we have to recap, it's important that you start looking at AI for your business, because as already discussed, AI is going to save you money and make you more productive. And if you know about businesses, you must stay productive if you want to be competitive in the competitive world of the business sector, right? So, in addition, I'd like to say that if any services that you're using, not just web development services or online marketing, you should approach these professionals and pose the question to them, like, are you using AI in your business right now to service me? Because I want you to make sure that you're saving money for the services that you're providing them. If you're not, start using AI, or I'll go and look for a company like Techdesigno who knows how to do it and save me money. Because you can see the productivity could be 50% of savings. So whatever you're paying for your services, you may want to look at a 20, 30, 40, 50% savings if your company is using AI. Okay. So the last thing is we got, just for fun, the chamber had a mixer evening social networking meeting, right? You were there. That was your first meeting, right?
It was.
Yeah. It was great. And you took pictures there, you took photos. I took a panoramic view of the attendees at this meeting. And it was just a still image with my iPhone, right? But I asked Sangwan if she could do something special for us. First of all, we want to move the clutter of the coats. We wanted to move the coats on the couch and the chair. And actually, we asked ChatGPT. No, not ChatGPT. We used a different program, right?
Photoshop, yeah.
Photoshop to remove the chair in the foreground to make it more tidy looking as a photograph. And we wanted to show the world that, the chamber has people who know how to dance and have fun. So get these people to dance. Let's see the next slide. And Sangwan got everybody at the meeting to dance.
I haven't moved that well in years.
Awesome.
Look, even our president knows how to dance over there on the right.
Oh my God.
You look like you're having the most fun. All right, and is that the...
Did
that's
you make
the
this in Photoshop or in Premiere?
This was a video, what was it, Sora? Or what was it?
It was a hello.
Hilo. Hilo is a Chinese-made AI program. Okay, so then the next slide. This is, we're just going to leave a few minutes for Q&A if anybody else has any other questions.
So not all of these things that you can do in AI are done in chat, right? There's other AI programs that you want to use.
Yeah, a combination, yeah.
Depending on what you want to create.
Yeah, like the piece that Andrew did as that campaign for Epicescent, the Jewish deli restaurant. He used 4 different programs. Photoshop, AI. He uses a video program. Sometimes he uses Canva for overlaying of text to create text on top of the imagery. Like Happy Passover, the word is Happy Passover.
Happy Passover was from Canva, and then we also used Midjourney. Midjourney was the original still image that you saw. That was generated using Midjourney.
Okay, so you didn't have any images of Moses or the Red Sea. You asked
I asked Midjourney to
Midjourney to create that image. Okay.
Oh yeah, Safa, can you bring up that campaign we did for the ice cream company that's releasing a new ice cream type of ice cream called rice pudding ice cream? Actually, you like the idea? You like rice pudding? And we did this fully on using AI. These people didn't exist. And this was done. And then there's the only thing that was real here is the product shots were done by a professional photographer, and we incorporated into this. So this was a full animated video campaign that was done in a computer. We didn't have to go and hire models to pose and shoot them on set or
So that's what you say time. Since you're paying to build websites and campaigns on an hourly basis typically or retainer, this could speed up that process.
Yeah. Can you imagine if
and
we
do
had
it in a fraction of the time?
Oh yeah, if we had to get models for that campaign and set up a photo shoot. Photographers and videographers, you could ask any of them that are here today, they charge $600 to $1,000 a day to do a on-set photo shoot. Right? So, you might have to do a day shoot, and that's $1,000 already. Yeah. This coffee mug did not exist. Sangwan created this simply by plugging in the logo into the AI program and say, use this logo, put it on a mug, and animate it with a computer embedded. I created this. And it's pretty high resolution too, right?
Yeah.
And which program did you use for this one?
I use this Sora.
Sora, S-O-R-A.
And is that a plugin on ChatGPT?
No.
No, it is a separate program.
It is, yeah.
So you have to go to Sora's AI program.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, let me just tell you that some of these programs are free, right? Like ChatGPT. But if you want to really get commercial grade usage of AI, we have an AI consultant and specialist here today, Kai Wang. He's from Livingston. He's one of our partners. If you are looking to find ways to use AI for sales, he's the guy to talk to. But he probably knows a lot of what I'm talking about. It's a lot of different programs. Some of them cost $200 a month. Some of these advanced AI programs. And what are you really paying for? Sometimes more enhanced features, but really it's compute power. Like Sangwan just looked at. We were thinking about doing a real-time group shot here of all you sitting in the chairs, take a picture and run it through AI and have you all jump up and clap or something like that. Because I always like when people clap. But she went, we don't have the paid version of the particular program she was going to use. It said 60 minutes to process. So the computer network farms that run and generate the AI determines how fast you get. It's called latency, how long you have to wait for your results. And if you use the free programs, it could take an hour to generate something if you're not in a rush. But if you pay $200 and up a month, it may take 5 or 10 minutes because now you have access to the full computing power of the network of computers. Elon Musk is creating a massive AI facility with going to be the largest network of computers to process AI, and his Tesla company. By the way, Tesla is not a car company. It's not only a car company. It's an AI company. Just so you know. They're going to be generating and using their autonomous driving, self-driving software in the autonomous AI humanoid robots, because it's the same function. It uses cameras to detect its surroundings just like humans do. So it'll have multiple cameras and sensors. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming up. in our world, and we've heard of things like, radical changes and, disruptive technology, like smartphones. This is going to be the most disruptive technology in the history of humankind. If you haven't already figured that out.
As much as, robots can hopefully will potentially do all these different things, it'll also, I think, create new jobs. As I mentioned before about people have to maintain these things. What happens when they break down? Is another robot going to, repair it, or actually going to have a human come in and I don't know, fix it or figure out what's wrong?
Yeah, that's a good point. Only the future will tell.
Like prompt engineers are going to be new. Prompt engineers, people that know AI, that are actually making those products, would come in, and people that require a lot of manual labor would go out. So it's just going to shift the entire, industry.
Yeah, what they call paradigm shift, right? This is going to be probably the biggest paradigm shift in history of
What's the time frame on that?
time frame?
Yeah.
5 to 10 years, even within 3 years. 3 years. Elon Musk says this year he's going to have 500 humanoid robots produced for his factories this year. Next year he's looking to roll out 50 to 100,000 robots. And so if you want to get one, you got to get on the waiting list. Would you like someone to? Would you like someone to cook
Yes.
for you? Clean your dishes,
Laundry.
do laundry, vacuum, fix and repair your car, change the tires on your car, put air in the tires in your car, walk your dog, pick up the poop, feed your cat, change your diapers on your baby. You won't really have to do much of anything. Mow your lawn. All right. Any other questions before we call it a wrap? All right. So thank you for all coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.